What's up YouTube, Salt City Aviation here, back with another unboxing, and today I have a model that I received for my birthday. It came in the mail today. It came from Chile, or however you pronounce it. So it took a while to get here, but it finally came today. I would try and cross out my name and address and stuff, but it's kind of a weird package, so I'm just going to have to put it in frame and probably blur it out right now. So here it is. Maybe you can kind of see what it looks like or get an idea, but it's like a paper bag wrapped in some kind of a plastic, so I don't want to rip the Gemini box inside. I just, I want to be careful. So, looks like it did a pretty good job, and there's some more packaging. This is like kind of similar to how Waffle Collectibles does it. Obviously this is just a little bit more compact inside. So it's, again, like a paper bag type material, coated in tape. So here it is. So we'll just, hopefully we can get this out here, because it's kind of not really stuck, but just a little bit tight. I think we can probably get it now. Wow. That's, yeah, that's pretty tight. But, there we go. We have the, maybe you can see it a little bit through the bubble wrap, but we have the Gemini Jets 1/400 scale, Delta Airlines Airbus A330-200. This was about 65 bucks. It's kind of rare. I mean, it's obviously not as rare as, like an American Eagle Embraer 175 or something like that, but it's still not too common. And it's one that I've wanted for a while, even though I don't necessarily need it. I don't need it as much as I do another A350, but it's one that I've really wanted for a while because I like how the A330-200 looks. And, well, I was finally able to get a hold of it. So I'm trying to cut through this. So I don't know if you'll be able to see this, but I have already scratched the box from trying to open this. It's not too bad, but it's definitely pretty significant, so that's kind of unfortunate because the box looked like it was in really good shape. Alright, so we were sort of able to get into it here. A little bit of creasing on the box just from me being kind of careless. You can see the corner here is a little bit bent, but it's not too bad. I suppose we'll take a quick look inside the pamphlet, and the model is put in backwards. Usually the nose is in the top left-hand corner, but it doesn't bother me too much as long as the model's in good condition. There is the information. If you can pause and read, go right ahead. So, I've been looking forward to this. Hopefully we can get into here without breaking it. There we go. I apologize for that, I just had to change my location real quick. But we'll get into the box. Again, it was put in backwards, but it doesn't bother me really. So here is the model inside. That looks really, really nice. I was really excited for this. I just love, the A330-200 just is so chubby and like, it's just a really cool plane, I think. Looks like the box was a little bit, so the gear do tilt. It's not as much as it should, I will say. But I would say the fact that there is, thank God, no wing flex on this definitely makes up for it, because my other A330 has a ton of wing flex and it just looks ridiculous. But this is, wow, this is really, really cool. I love the look of this. But as you can see, the gear, on Gemini, the gear always seems to tilt backwards further than it does forwards. The right gear is, about equal, but it tilts backwards here more than it does this way. It doesn't bother me too much because I never really have them in flight, so I'm not too bothered. There's also a lot of dust on the horizontal stabilizers. I don't know if maybe I can zoom in and get you guys a good look. There we go. But yeah, there's a ton of dust there, so hopefully I can maybe put a little drop of water and scrub it off without, ruining the paint. But this was the same way as my, what was it? My most recent Delta 757-200 was caked in dust as well, so that's definitely interesting, but that one's clean now. I think over time, as you touch it, I think the dust eventually just comes off. So, I'm just going to get into the actual review now. So for the review today, I just got a red pencil, so yeah, we'll just get into this. Looks like my camera, that's about as good as it's gonna get. There we go. So we have the cockpit windows and the nose cone. It's not too detailed, but it's accurate, I think, so give it a pass there. You have the SkyTeam logo, the L1 door, and the nose gear, which rolls just like the main gear. The first class cabin would be in here, I believe. The Delta titles, you have an antenna up here. The L2 door, some more windows. This is a cradle mold, so you're going to have that crack underneath, but it's really not too bad, I don't think. It's better than having wing flex. Just like my A330-200. It's not a cradle mold and it has a ton of wing flex, so, you know, if it means having a big crack in the fuselage for no wing flex, I think it's worth it. You have the left engine. I think it says what the engines are inside of the box, so I'll get that out here. Engines, Pratt & Whitney 4168A, I guess is what they call them. So yeah, again, that was the engine. You have the leading edge of the wing and the winglet, the navigation light there. The spoilers, actually, you can't really, they didn't make imprints of the spoilers like they usually do, which is pretty interesting. Usually you'd see my camera's losing focus. Usually you'd see a bunch of lines kind of like going this way down the wing where the spoilers would be, but you don't really have that on this one, which doesn't bother me too much. It's still a really cool model, I think. You have the flap tracks and the flaps themselves, which actually are pretty, accurate, detailed, everything. You have another little door here for emergency exits or whatever, and the registration, which is November 858 November Whiskey. Another door in the back there. We have the horizontal stabilizers, which aren't, they're symmetrical. One's not higher than the other, so that's pretty good. And the vertical stabilizer, which is looking really nice. The colors are actually pretty good. With Gemini, it's either hit or miss with colors, but this one's pretty... What the heck? Okay, I just noticed something. Hold on. Hold up. Take a look at this. I just set this thing down, and it's... Look, the tail isn't even scraping... Oh, what the heck, dude? I'm sorry, but this is just so weird. This is weird, dude. This is actually really good if I'm going to have this in airport updates, but look, the tail isn't sitting on the ground. It's like the nose is up, the tail isn't scraping the ground. That's so cool, dude. This is going to be awesome if I can have it like this in airport updates, even though I don't have a runway. When I do, this will be so cool, dude. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Wow. So I'm sorry to interrupt the review, but that just happened and I flipped out kind of because I've never really seen that done before. If I'm not mistaken, actually, Gemini Jets 13, way back in the day, did an airport update where that happened to one of his US Airways or American A330s. Wow, I can have it at like, a couple different angles without it tipping back all the way. That's neat. Okay, so sorry to get kind of sidetracked there, but that's just really cool, I think. But then in the right side of the aircraft, we have two baggage doors in the back. One's a lot smaller there, and then a bigger one. And then another baggage door below the Delta titles. We'll take a look at the underside of the aircraft now. Now, it's not too detailed, but it's really not a huge deal, I think. So we have, again, the cradle mold. There's a stand hole and the Gemini Jets logo. The main gear, again, they tilt and roll. And somehow are able to keep the freaking thing in a takeoff position without ruining the, scraping the tail. I think the blue should come, in real life, I think it does extend further past the nose gear and covers the nose gear doors. So I think that's maybe inaccurate, but I don't really know much about the Delta A330-200, so I'm not really going to complain. And it's on the underbelly, so I don't care as much. But there's the underbelly, and then on the top, again, we have an antenna in the back, if I didn't point that out. So that will conclude the small review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, just go ahead and comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.